Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I am astonished.
Mhm. Yeah, this is Kazim on the line. I
Yeah, yeah,
called you.
I saw your message. You said, look like you agree with me finally, huh?
Yeah, like because I when I got to mosque, I asked one of the sheikhs that I want them to talk to one Christian guy. He said, no, 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 I shouldn't talk to those guys. That it was Allah that misled them. I shouldn't talk to those
He said
guys.
what? He said what?
It is Allah that misled them, like
Ah,
he
Allah misleaded
misguided
us.
them.
Yeah. But you know what,
That
Kazim, I want to go back with you. When you text me first time, and I'm showing your text now, if you don't mind, in Skype, you said to me, you are lying about the Holy Prophet. May Allah guide you. Do you remember your
uh,
text?
yeah. I remember that I
Okay.
sent you.
Why you said that to me?
Because most people they just stay on YouTube and they start lying to people and start saying even though even some people when they never meet you before, you guys have never met, they start saying bad things about you, you know.
Mhm.
So
But what, no problem. But I mean, when you were watching my videos, didn't you see I show reference?
no, although I've not really watched tons of your videos, I only watch one two videos, but the video was just like an argument, like you're arguing with somebody, so it's not like a clear.
Mm.
It's not like I've known Christian Prince for a long time,
So
or
I
it's
want
just
to ask you now, as long you agree with me, do you think Allah guided you to believe Islam is false?
no. The thing, the what I'm thinking now is that I'm not even thinking about. I believe all religion is calm. That's what I just think
Okay, so now you
because
agree. But first of all, so do you agree that Islam is a fraud?
Muhammad is a fraud. Is a
Mhm.
fraud because how can like the benefit number 10 that I read about that if Muhammad sets his eyes on any woman,
Mhm.
married or no married, the husband must
Mu-
divorce
Must
the
divorce her,
lady.
right? But this is nice, actually, because you know
So
what?
what does that have to help the religion?
Oh no,
How
no,
is
no.
that
I
helping
will
the
tell you how it
religion?
helped. That will make the prophet eyes more strong because a woman she walk by, he look at her ass, and he's showing you that the prophet he have a radar. He is observant. He is sent by Allah. So he see a woman, he like her ass, and then her husband, he have to divorce her.
No, because if you what I started looking at is that you see, did uh, did Musa behave like that? Or
No.
the earliest prophet did he behave that way?
Yeah,
So
but
those are the you
yeah,
need sometimes you need to check facts, you know.
yeah, but
And
but you see, didn't you notice that the women, like when the Muslims speak about the Prophet, he like a woman. He if his eyes fall on her, which means he like her, her husband have to divorce her. Didn't you notice that not a Muslim is bothered and angry from this?
well, I'm not well. See, I like I don't even know what to say, but even this I'm hearing for the first time. We never heard any because yeah, well in Nigeria we don't call most of the Islamic teachers, we don't call them sheikhs, we call them mustas or we call them alfas.
Mhm.
So those guys they just keep on and they don't even like you to ask them questions because they said according to the Quran you're not supposed to ask questions. You're not supposed to question the revelation. So if you're asking too much questions, they get very, very angry with you.
But don't you agree that if the Prophet, like let's say, he is walking on down street and he saw a woman, she have a nice ass. So he said to himself, okay, you know what? I mean, I'm a prophet of Allah and I have a privilege. It's called the ass privilege. So Allah, he wanted to make Muhammad happy. So he started receiving ass privilege. I mean, why it doesn't make sense?
That is not a prophet will not behave that way. That is a gang leader. It's not a prophet. It's a gang leader. And you see, as I'm saying all this is very, very hard for me because you see, Ramadan is starting very soon, and you see, like even I don't know what like you are saying it in a funny way, but to me it's not funny. Like I okay. In fact, I don't just keep saying what you want to say because I don't know what to say.
Well, I advise you to take camel urine 3 times a day, so your memory will be more refreshed. But when you say that you notice about the privilege I spoke about, the prophet, if he like a woman has her husband have to take her, you will notice that the husband he don't mind. Do you see how much love? I mean, the prophet he can take any woman from her husband, and the husband he will be honored. He's honored. Even her kids will be honored that the prophet is going to do boom boom to their mother. So, my friend, you get it in the wrong way. I mean, who in the world will not be honored that the prophet decide to like his mom or his wife, and not even a single Muslim ask himself, what kind of a pervert prophet I have?
Let me tell you one thing. Like you see, it in Nigeria is not a small country. We have over 115 million Muslims.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, you see what I'm telling you now. Like it's not even almost everybody that have a little bit of knowledge. Like some people, when you start telling them that, some people never read their this before because
yeah,
we were just taught to memorize the Quran. And see, CP, you know how this. I'm very very emotional right now because you see my childhood. I know what I went through to learn this Quran. I know how many times I got abused by my affairs, got beaten just because I was unable to memorize the Quran.
yeah.
I know how I was being beaten. Like I don't know if it's like that in all countries, but in Nigeria you get beaten
Yeah,
to
they do, they
memorize
do.
Quran.
This is especially when you are young.
I got beaten several times that so many times I don't even go to to madrasat. I don't even go. Like so many times, even if I even get home, my parents they beat me up just because I was unable to memorize this. And this I was talking about when I was 9 years old, 8 years old to 11 years old. We got beat. And there's no Nigerian. Every Muslim in Nigeria will testify to this. Learning the Quran is not something you just learn naturally. You get beaten, you get abused by their fathers and everything. And this is very, very, very tough, even though we don't even know the meaning.
Yeah. Well, this is what we do here, my friend. This is why, uh, we are sharing with the Muslims around the world. We don't hate Muslims. Actually,